So here we go again. Here we go again with another neighbor type situation, bro. Listen, I keep saying, bro, when you move into a neighborhood, the mailboxes should have like a rating on them, a good neighbor rating. You should be able to pull up and see from their mailbox whether or not they're a good rating. You could put it on a scale of 1 to 100, 1 to 10, and you know what type of neighbor you put. Also, you should be able to pull up like a good neighbor facts, like a Carfax, a good neighbor facts, to be able to find out if there's been any incidents, complaints, everything. You should be able to know that information moving into a neighborhood, bro. Because I keep saying, a good neighbor will make or break you. Seriously. Check this out, right? This video title here, right? Couple wakes to bombs exploding on their porch. What? Let's get to it.
Man, you know I get down, bro. Don't play with me about my child. Child make y'all move.
So he was threatening at the door to like blow my house up.
Okay.
Whoever live here, I'll make all you move about my kid. I'll blow this to the next street, man.
Florida deputies respond when a 911 call reports multiple explosions in a West Palm Beach neighborhood. But what begins as a routine emergency dispatch quickly takes a turn as investigators uncover a deeper conflict and a neighborhood feud that may have finally reached its breaking point.
What the is that?
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
911, where is the location of your emergency?
It's not an emergency.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I just walked out front and my windshield smashed, and all I can see from my camera is what looks like fire and explosion.
Ma'am, that's definitely an emergency, ma'am. If I was the dispatch that's definitely an emergency, ma'am. Yes, that's an emergency. Like, you're way too calm. Please get upset and irate right now. You're way too calm.
What looks like fire and explosion.
Moments later, deputies arrive on scene.
You might be able to see stuff that I can't see. Like I said, I don't have a flashlight. You can smell the gas from right here.
It smells really bad.
And then when you get here, you look up here, see the bag. She hasn't seen it. No, she's talking, she hasn't seen this. All this, there's more over here. There's this piece right here, whatever this is, it looks like a pipe bomb. Then it blows over here on my truck. And then if you look over here, there's a bullet hole. I noticed this with my cell phone. Also, on this side, you smell the gas?
Yeah.
On this side here, I don't know what this is, but I know it wasn't here yesterday, and I don't know what this is, what it came from, but it's like all over my tire on my truck.
Ross guides the officer through the extensive damage and debris left behind by the explosion. But with only flashlights to illuminate the scene, the full extent won't be clear until daylight.
So they just put it right there and explode
They
it.
had to have thrown it, because if they would put it there, that camera and that camera would have picked them up.
Was this windshield broken before?
No, all this just happened.
No.
And you have video?
You can't see anything on the video.
No?
No, it's all like, she's got it on her thing.
I'm scared thoroughly. Dude.
At approximately
Yeah, please don't throw the cigarette on the gas areas, man. Like, how about you just go back into the house right now? You clearly are not really here or present like you need to be. Like, go back in the house before you burn us all up. I've been a little leery of you since the 911 call.
I'm scared thoroughly. Dude.
At approximately 3 a.m., Tiffany's porch surveillance captures the first explosion. Before the blast, a faint sound can be heard, something being thrown, striking an object, and then a sudden detonation. However, it isn't until 3:40 a.m. when Tiffany and Ross wake to the sound of two more explosions. Thick smoke quickly engulfs the yard, obscuring the camera's view. Moments later, the footage cuts to Ross emerging from the haze, searching for the source of the smoke. As investigators review the footage, the reality of what happened begins to sink in.
What the is that?
What the footage doesn't capture is who's responsible for the explosion. But the victims have their own theories, pointing to an altercation just 2 weeks earlier that may have set everything in motion.
Where did he come from? I need to go back and look at that. Where did he come from, number one? Number two, camera placement, please, people. Like, what are y'all looking to capture with this camera? Pointing down at the ground. Like, camera placement, people. Like, come on now. Or if you're going to have this angle to just see people walking up right here, get another camera that's facing outward. Come on now, y'all. Where did he come from, though?
Moments later, the footage cuts to Ross emerging from the haze, searching for the source of the smoke. As investigators review the footage, the reality of what happened begins to sink in.
What the is that?
What the footage doesn't capture is who's responsible for the explosion. But the victims have their own theories, pointing to an altercation just 2 weeks earlier that may have set everything in motion.
Idea who would be doing this?
The neighbor, maybe. We kind of have a problem with the neighbor right now.
What's the neighbor's name?
Derek. I had to call the cops last week. The kids got into an argument and he was banging on the front door, wouldn't leave the door alone, and then threatened to blow my house up.
As the early morning sun rises, more investigators arrive and begin documenting the scene, revealing the full extent of the damage. Cracks stretch across the SUV's windshield, along with bits and pieces of debris scattered across the front half of the vehicle. Nearby, one of the truck's passenger windows was pierced by a small projectile, shattering it, and a strange brown powder was found covering one of its tires. Detectives also located a clear plastic bottle lodged under the truck. Scattered across the ground and throughout the yard, investigators also found remains of fireworks from the brand World Class Fireworks. Around 6 a.m., investigators attempt to make contact with Derek Shealy at the residence Ross and Tiffany mentioned, but no one answers the door. However, 6 hours later, they're approached by Derek's wife, Jera Sheila Gomez, who has questions of her own.
What's going on?
So, your neighbors had something blow up in their front yard?
Okay, that was the boom that we heard last night.
Yeah. Where is Derek now?
I don't know. He's
No?
probably at work somewhere.
Well,
Do you guys want to see if Derek is inside?
yeah, we will.
Is that the thing? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you guys can come in and see this.
Okay, tell you what, hold on 1 second for me.
Okay, that's no problem because he doesn't
Yeah.
live here.
Yeah, no problem.
We were all up late last night. We all heard the boom. We all came out here to
Right.
see what was going on. And Derek actually and my daughter, they came out here to ask everybody if they were okay.
Yeah.
And everybody said they were okay.
Okay. I guess Derek has had some ongoing problems with the folks.
How y'all feel about her? Y'all believe her? I can't say that I 100% do at the moment. To be honest with you, I don't know if the actual homeowners did, because that dude coming out into the camera footage seemed kind of weird. That's making me say, okay, we can't rule them out. But at the same time, when they asked her where he is, I don't know where he is. Normally when people start out with the I don't know where he is, then you say, well, he's at work or something like that. It kind of gives me like, you know where he at. You trying to like cover for him or something like that, or trying to, I just don't know. The response just threw me off.
They said they were okay.
Okay. I guess Derek has had some ongoing problems with the folks whose car got blown up this morning.
He had one argument
Yeah,
weeks
sure.
ago.
Okay. Based on that, based on evidence that we found at the scene, there is a search warrant being requested right now to search to make sure that there is no evidence of any explosive devices in your house.
Oh my God.
Okay?
With the warrant finally cleared, officers and investigators move in, beginning their search of the house and surrounding property. Canine units are called in to assist, searching for any hidden clues. Inside the house, investigators discover the same brown powder found on Ross's truck tire, resting on the lid of the trash can. When they open it, they find numerous pieces of consumer pyrotechnic packaging. Among the debris, they also find a plastic water bottle wrapper, matching the one found under Ross's truck. The K9 units were alerted to a cabinet in the garage where more fireworks were found, including the same world-class.
Got you, bro. Got you. If it would have been just in the trash can, I'd be like, okay, well, we still can't rule out the actual homeowner because somebody could have came across the street planted that in there. You know what I'm saying? Like on some that type of stuff. But inside your home, they not letting you inside your the neighbor inside the home, especially after they just had an argument with you. Nah, they got you, Derek. Derek, where you at? Derek, come to the front. They got you.
To a cabinet in the garage where more fireworks were found, including the same world-class fireworks brand discovered at the scene of the explosion. On December 18, 2024, a warrant for Derek Shealy's arrest was signed, charging him with possession of a destructive device resulting in property damage. Later that evening, Shealy was arrested by the Okeechobee Police Department at approximately 6 p.m. Just one day later, on December 19th, investigators made contact with Shealy at the Palm Beach County Jail, where they conducted an interview.
What do you know about my area? So they said something about a explosive device and the destruction of property.
Gotcha. You familiar with the incident that brought all this on?
I'm kind of familiar, but I don't understand why I'm here.
Gotcha.
What do you know of the incident?
I just know some loud noise went on a house next door to where I was at, and that was the last time I heard about anything. But this whole thing, it blows me because when it comes to that.
Interesting choice of words there, Derek. It blows me. Oh, interesting choice. Interesting that you'd have said that. You know, that's why I can't. That's why That's why I cannot be in these interrogations, bro. I'd have stood. Interesting choice of words there, Derek.
But this whole thing, it blows me because when it comes to that neighborhood, I help everybody in that neighborhood. Can't nobody in that neighborhood say one bad thing about me. Not to my face. Yeah. Like that.
As Derek claims to have been a helpful neighbor, the victims offer their own account, detailing a more recent conflict with him that they believe triggered the explosion.
What was the altercation about, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it was just something with the kids.
He said his kids got into it with our boys.
Okay.
They were picking on her son. She got mad, came outside, told their kids, hey, if you don't got nothing nice to say, leave my kids alone, stay the out of our yard, stay the off our porch when we're cheating cuss, when we're not home.
Okay.
That's what it is. She came back in the house. I'm getting ready to leave. The girl's out there running her mouth, talking about her, but she's not outside. I don't pay no attention. I leave. 30 minutes after I'm gone, he comes over here banging on the door.
So he was threatening at the door to blow my house up.
Okay.
Investigators questioned Derek about the altercation between the children that led to him visiting the victim's house on July 7th.
And then my wife called me hysterical, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm down the street. So I went, knocked on the door. I was like, hey, come outside and talk to you, Tiffany. She like, no, I ain't coming outside. Get the on my property. I'm like, I'm trying to understand what happened with you and my daughter. Oh, I ain't got this stuff. I'll call the police. I'm like, man, listen, all I'm trying to do is figure out what happened. And listen, just when it comes to my kids, you got a problem with my kids as an adult, come to me. Don't step on my young daughter and treat her like she's an older person. And then left at that.
That's interesting. That ain't what they showed us in the beginning of the video. You sounded nothing like. That's almost like you're saying that was a completely different person that we saw. Fam, you said nothing like that. And I get it. If you'd have just been honest when somebody responds to your kid like that, I get it. I get it. I've been in those situations. I'm pretty sure y'all have been in those situations. You kind of spaz out because it's your kid. I got a serious situation that I can tell y'all that I've been in with that. And it almost went left. So I would have got, but you acting like you just went over there calm, cool, and collected. Come on, man.
She's an older person. And then left at that.
Derek's recount of events paints a far more civil dispute. This, however, contrasts with what the investigators have already seen firsthand, thanks to Tiffany's surveillance footage.
with water, and he came and my dog.
Okay, Daryl, that has nothing to do with them. A grown woman, I can.
Yeah, a grown woman that just cussed out child. Man, you know how I get down, bro. Don't play with me about my child. Child make y'all move. Don't play with me about my child. Whoever the live here, I'll make all you move about my kids. I'll throw this to the next street.
When investigators confront Derek with the
and then explosions happen. I mean, how does it not get pointed at you, bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, how does it not get pointed? You pretty much told them what you would do, and you did it.
I'll throw this to the next street.
When investigators confront Derek with the footage, his silence speaks volumes.
I don't call. I don't call.
Derek also claims the fireworks they found in the house were leftovers from last year's 4th of July. However, detectives uncovered multiple receipts showing firework purchases made throughout the year. One receipt in particular stands out, showing his wife purchasing fireworks on July 4th, 2024, just 19 days before the explosion on July 23rd. While the fireworks receipts raise questions, investigators confront Derek with the most critical piece of evidence.
Additionally, we have your DNA on parts of the devices that were used at the house.
Checkmate. Checkmate. They got you, bro. Go ahead and stand up and put your hands. Well, you're already in the jail. Just tell them to take you back to your cell at this time. You just wait to see the judge. They got you, bro. They got you. They got you, bro. That DNA, that's a DNA got you. That's case closed.
Devices that were used at the house.
That can't be possible.
It's the HDF lab. There's no messing this up. Like, they go through processes. They ran it. You're already in our system. We know. Yeah, you're in the system. It's your DNA on it. So I'm telling you this, Derek, because
That can't be possible.
okay, this is a straightforward case.
Yeah.
You made threats. We found the stuff in your house. The same fuse is used, and to top it off, your DNA is on the devices. It's nobody else.
It can't be possible, though.
This is your chance now to come clean, Derek. I mean,
Come clean about what?
that you were the one that put together these devices.
I can't sit here and tell you a lie.
Okay, that's
Did you show somebody else how to put them together?
Put what together?
These were underneath Red's truck. Okay? Pipe on the baby and down.
Never seen one of them in my life. Honestly.
Derek steadfastly denies any involvement in the crime. As the pressure mounts, he ultimately requests a lawyer and decides to end the interrogation. After the interrogation, Derek makes multiple phone calls from jail to his wife on a recorded line. In one call, he expresses an alarming thought, saying, "The only way I can get out of this is if I throw my son under the bus," and that Sheely Jr. would only get a slap on the wrist. Investigator.
Are you kidding me? You would do that to your own child? Are you kidding? You would really throw your... Yo, I don't like, I'm at a loss for words because I never can understand how a person can do that to their child. Like, and I hope she hung up the phone on him and never answered another call after he said that to her. If she continued to talk to him and entertain that, she just as guilty. And should be in jail too. Like, you would really put that, the thought in, I don't understand, man. Like, how people can just be this way. Like, I don't get it.
And that Sheely Jr. would only get a slap on the wrist. Investigators approach Gomez in a later interview to confront her about these comments.
You know, I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to Derek much since he's been incarcerated, but, you know, we've, unfortunately now our DNA tests have come back, and so they've indicated that Derek is one of the profiles that we recovered on that device. However, there is a second profile on that device too. So we're trying to narrow down, you know, who else might have handled this thing, you know, who else might have been involved with it. Or my concern is that, you know, Derek might think that it would be easier to have somebody else take the fall for this as opposed to him, particularly things like your son.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Has he mentioned that?
No. He said something about that he was questioned about it.
Yeah.
And was it with you?
Mm-hmm.
And then that you asked him, was it you? Was it your son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just not my problem. Not my problem. You know, whoever's DNA is on that, that's on them. I have nothing to do with any of that.
After his arrest on December 18th, 2024, Derek Sheep.
I wish he would have not said anything and just asked her, was there anybody else that could have touched this to see what she said? You know what I'm saying? Just to see what she would have said. I wish he wouldn't have just left that open-ended just to see how she would have responded. Bro, that's crazy, man. That's crazy that he would do that or think about doing that to his child, bro.
After his arrest on December 18th, 2024, Derek Sheely was denied bond and charged with possession of a destructive device resulting in property damage. He's pleaded not guilty, and his next court hearing is scheduled for April 29th, 2025. As the case continues to unfold, the full extent of Sheely's involvement in the explosion remains to be determined.
Bruh literally said, I'll blow this up. And then things started blowing up. Matter of fact, he said, did he say to the next street, to the next county, something? He said to the next something. And literally, it happened. How are they not going to look at you? I'm telling y'all, man, like now I see, like I used to question why people like to live out in the country with nobody around them. You know what I mean? Live on acres to where they're not bothering nobody or being bothered by nobody. I understand that. I didn't understand it at first when I was younger. But I understand it now. Y'all be safe though. Try to get some good neighbors.